Hey guys, my name is Matimio, and today I have another episode of Field Test. This is a series where you, the viewer, suggest a loadout that you would like me to try in an upcoming episode, so what weapon and its attachments, and then I pick from the top 3 most thumbs up comments, choose one of them, and put it through its paces. And for today, I'm going to be trying out the G3A3 with the single shot fire, the heavy barrel attachment with the 6x scope rifles, or the rifle scope, the bipod or foregrip attachment, and the Rex sidearm. And the main reason why I chose this particular setup was because of the single shot fire mechanism. When I use a weapon, I never switch the gun's fire mode. I always stick with full auto, and I still think that full auto on pretty much any weapon in all engagements is going to be better than using the single shot. But I thought it would be fun with the G3A3, so I wanted to give it a shot. But when I first started using this loadout, I was getting frustrated. I was not able to get any kills. I was dying constantly. People were just slapping my face around left and right, and it just was not enjoyable. And then I started to get the hang of the gun and the setup in general, and I played it more like a recon who was playing with a semi-automatic rifle and playing that medium to long range game. And when I started to do that, I discovered that the G3A3 with the single shot with the heavy barrel attachment is an extremely powerful setup. And I'm going to go into some details as to why. But before I did that, I wanted to give you guys some stats and compare the G3A3 to some of the popular semi-automatic rifles of the Recon class and show you guys and illustrate how this setup is pretty much like playing the Recon class, but with all of the benefits and perks of the Assault class. So the G3A3 has the highest damage model out of all the assault rifles, doing 34 damage up close, and its minimum damage at long range is 22 damage a shot. Now, comparing that to something like the popular M417, which was introduced in the close quarter DLC for the Recon class, that weapon does 50 damage up close and 37.5 damage at long range. And now you're thinking to yourself, well, that seems pretty significant. Like 50 damage to 34 is a huge difference there. But you have to remember, up close and personal, it's going to take you 2 shots with the M417 to take out a target for a body shot, and with the G3A3, it's only going to take you 3. So there's a 1 bullet difference there, and you can also say, well, 1 bullet could be the difference between life and death in a lot of situations. But then you also have to take into consideration that the G3A3 has a much higher rate of fire. Its rate of fire is 550 compared to the M417's 295. So there's going to be a lot of engagements where, yeah, sure, 1 bullet is going to mean the difference between life and death, but you can get a lot more bullets downrange up close, again, downrange up close, kind of an oxymoron there, but you get the picture. You can fire a lot faster with the G3A3, even if you are using the single shot fire if you have a fast trigger finger. So yeah, while that 1 bullet may make the difference, I would much rather have a higher RPM weapon where up close and personal I can get 3 shots off really quickly instead of having 2 slow shots that if I miss one of them, I'm kind of screwed. So that's for close range combat. When you move on over to longer range engagements, the M417 definitely has an advantage. It's only going to take you 3 shots to take out a target if you're going for the chest shot, compared to the G3A3, which is going to take you 5. So yeah, the M417 is going to have an advantage, but that's something I would expect if I'm going to be using a recon weapon. I would hope that those weapons would be more effective at longer range engagements, and that is exactly the case. But in most circumstances, I really didn't mind taking a couple more shots to take out my target. Sure, sometimes I wasn't able to get the kill because I didn't have the damage behind it, but if I'm playing on Caspian Border, someone's running across the field, I really didn't have a whole lot of difficulty lining up those shots, taking quick pot shots at them and taking them out. So while yeah, the M417 is going to have an advantage, I really didn't think it was that large an advantage compared to the G3A3. So probably one of the main reasons why I absolutely love this loadout is due in part because I just love playing the Recon class. I love that play style, going for those medium to long range engagements. It's a lot of fun for me. But one of the main drawbacks of the Recon is that if you get into a sticky situation, someone's taking a couple of shots at you, you're suppressed, more often than not, you are going to die. They're going to close the gap, you're not going to have an advantage, and they're just going to destroy you. But that's something that you really didn't have a problem with the G3A3 single shot. If someone gets some shots off on you, you can duck for cover, lay down a med pack, which you can definitely not do with the Recon class, regenerate some of that health, get the suppression effect gone, and then take out your target. And that dynamic right there is definitely why I love this setup so much. I mean, sure, playing as the recon with the semi-automatic rifles is a lot of fun, but I honestly feel like the recon in general is just weaker to the assault class, mainly because of their gadgets. I mean, sure, using the tugs and the MAV is great. It allows you to flank your enemy and take them out even before they know you're there. And the spawn beacon is also great and helps out your team a lot if you use it correctly. But having a med pack at your disposal in any situation is huge. It's going to save your life in a lot of circumstances. You know, you can help your allies out. You can revive your teammates with your defibrillators. I mean, pretty much I was playing the recon class with an assault kit, and it was a lot of fun. So overall, the G3A3 with the single shot is fantastic. It's an absolute blast. I'm not going to go into detail as to your other attachment recommendations. I mainly stuck with the bipod. I don't think you need the foregrip on the G3A3. It really doesn't have a lot of horizontal recoil, which is pretty much why you would want to use it. And like I said, I was kind of going for more of those long range to medium range engagements where the foregrip really isn't all that useful. So like I said, fantastic setup. If you haven't used it or tried it out already, I highly recommend it. Play it like a recon, move around the map methodically, go for those long-range engagements, and you're gonna have a blast. But that's it for today's field test. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, or just want to support my channel, I always appreciate it when you give my videos a rating, and if you haven't already, subscribe for more. If you would like to submit your own setup, you can do so by leaving a comment down below, and also make sure to thumbs up the ones you would like me to try next. But until next time, guys, have a good one, and take it easy.